We're back. We had a technical error on that last one, so this will be part 2 of leaving Bassetlaw Hospital. Sorry about that. It was full SD card. I've never deleted out on this camera, and I always forget or take it off and that. So that's what we've just had to do. Spend a couple of minutes out doing that, Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, as I was saying, Richie works for us. He's never seen anybody who's passed away. And he was saying last week, I haven't seen anybody yet who's passed away. And I said, well, that's good. That's testimony to Dave Hemmingham, motor manager, because you're a driver bearer, Richard. You're not there to see anybody who's passed away. Because I don't believe that just anybody who works for you should have access to motor. You know, with this Fuller inquiry that's been going on, this electrician who's been going in mortuaries at hospitals and having sex with bodies and all that, taking pictures. That's it. That's why nobody is allowed in our mortuary. Only staff who we authorise to go in there. So we've got a red line on the floor, haven't we, Dave?
Yeah.
Nobody's allowed to cross it. Nobody is allowed over that red line. It's instant dismissal. And I won't mess about with it. It genuinely is. Nobody's allowed in mortuary. Only Dave, myself, Cheryl and Paula. Them four, unless, obviously, need be, we've got call out team that authorised to go in. And then if we have another member of staff, they'll be took in there. But you can't just walk into our mortuary willy-nilly. You can't. Door's not open as such. And even if door is open, there's a screen, so you can't see from the garage into mortuary. We've got a privacy screen there. So that's how it should be. Anyway, back over to Dave Hemmingham now. Tell them about what happened last night.
What happened last night?
Football.
Oh yeah, we won 5-0. Went second in league. But I mean, still having a good season. Happy with it.
Talking about Worksop Town here.
Yeah, Worksop Town.
Dave didn't go. Did he?
No, I didn't go last night.
He wanted to go shopping instead. We don't. Aldi.
She dragged me shopping.
She didn't drag me shopping. Dar says let's go and get shopping done. Told truth.
I didn't. She said it's out. We want stuff.
Yeah, but it was going to rain innit later on. So I wanted to get it all and done with, didn't I?
Well, yeah.
So there were only 11 turned up to the match last night. Normally there'd be 12, half a dozen would turn up. So they got 11 supporters Worksop. There's a guy in a Range Rover and I'm doing 38 mile an hour, which is plenty fast enough here. I know it says 50, but just because it says 50 don't mean to say I've got to do 50, does it? Just means I can't do any more than 50. But I've got a gentleman in care who's passed away, and this guy in this Range Rover, he's going like that, hanging his arm out the window, flashing his lights. It's called intimidation, isn't it? And he's intimidating me because I've slowed down to 35 mile an hour now, because I'm getting intimidated. What on earth is he trying to overtake far on A57 from Worksop to Sheffield? Is an horrendous road. There's been more fatalities on there than out, hasn't there? It's bends and tight bends and solid white line. He'll come flying past me in a bit, obviously. Yeah, I'm coming up to a speed camera. Oh, red light camera. So I dare say this guy's going to tear arse around me in a minute. He's not impressed with me driving. But let me tell you something. If it were his wife who I were bringing into care, it would wouldn't be doing that, would he? I wouldn't be getting wanker sign. He'd probably be saying, treat her with some dignity and with some respect. Now, right across back at ambulance, it says Michael Fogg Funeral Directors and private ambulance. So he knows exactly what we do. Unless he hasn't seen that sign, he's not bothered reading it, because he's more interested with being on his phone, I think. But it's one of them things, isn't it? But that's the thing, don't ever let anybody intimidate you. I could put my foot down and just go trundling on and he'd be happy then. Why should I make his day and upset the family who I'm caring for's day? Sod off. So, Davey, what's it got to do when we get back?
This gentleman booked in and sorted out, and I do believe you bought his clothes in yesterday.
Yeah, well, I met this gentleman's wife. What's this area called? Anston. This gentleman lived at.
Where he lived at, yeah.
So I went to see his wife and she gave me his clothes. Weren't yes, it was the day before, weren't it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, day before yesterday. He's going into a church at Anston. No, he's still flashing in it. Sad, isn't it? Because it's 2023 and it's a modern day city that we work in, and people are busy, and I understand people are busy, they've got to get on with their jobs and their lives, but we try to run a Victorian, and it sounds crazy, but that's basically what funerals are. They're Victorian services. I mean, I don't know another service that we try to keep speed down to an absolute minimum. The last thing we want is to be involved in an accident or sharp braking where you got somebody in caring bike. Through that partition there's a gentleman who's passed away, so I try to avoid potholes in roads and stuff like that. Yeah, go on, you can get round me now, can't you? Yeah. Oh, I've had 2 fingers now. Oh, there's a lot of people behind me though. It's sad, but it is what it is. Can't be helped, can it? He'll be happy now able to trundle along with his Queen playing I Wanna Break Free top of its volume and shooting off to a meeting somewhere.
Like, because he's late, put his foot down and then got caught with a camera.
Yeah. Or he might even have an accident and end up in back of one of these. More to life, isn't there? More to life. So, I won't ever be intimidated. They've tried to intimidate me on social media and it didn't work. And I could have given somebody £20,000 to take an 8-page down, which is what he wanted, but I didn't. I could have done easier, because here, take it down, there's some money, alright, there's got what I wanted, piss off. No, I'm not going to do that. Intimidate me, don't bother me. Does it, David?
No.
He tries to intimidate me every day. I ain't had my dinner yet. Well, I am, yeah.
No,
I know they
it's too early, yeah.
He got into work at 7:45 this morning, 20 to 8. And at 9 o'clock I says, we're going to Bassetlaw Hospital. I'm having my breakfast. Couldn't write it, couldn't I? I couldn't write it, I'm having my breakfast. So we couldn't set off while 9:30. He's been having his breakfast since 8:30. God knows, he's got the best life ever, he has, honestly. Anyway, you only get one crack at it, don't you, Dave?
Yeah, you got to make most of it.
You've got to make most of it. Yeah. Milk your employer for as much as possible. That's what you've got to do. It's a right crater indoor there, isn't it? Be alright hitting that, flying round. So, yeah, we're nearly back to civilization now. We're nearly back to good old Sheffield. Hey now then. I didn't put out on it last weekend, but I nearly put my place up in North Yorkshire on. I was going to take my YouTube and put my place on up in North Yorkshire, but I didn't. I might do this weekend. I think we're going up this weekend. So I might take my GoPro with me. We'll see.
Well, you can now, you had your hand up, can't you?
Yeah. Because I thought that I was going to have this operation, as I was saying on other blog what I put on. I've got to learn how to put them all together so I can just make one long blog, and I know like others do. And I was watching somebody on about YouTube the other day, and this bloke, he like looks pristine though. He's a funeral director, and he does look good. I must admit, he looks right smart, not like me. And he talks right now. He was trying to sell me a funeral plan on YouTube. I thought, who's this bloke here? And he's going on about funeral plans and importance of funeral plans and why everybody should have a funeral plan. And I put a message on, but he hadn't answered me as yet. But I put, what about say fans who went bust? Well, they didn't actually go bust, that provider. They just ceased trading. And everybody what had got money with him lost it. Dignity says, well, we'll cover plans, but obviously you're going to have to pay a bit more on certain plans. But that's unfair, they've already paid. And I'm not knocking Dignity. I think it was very commendable what they did. Not having a go at them in any way for that. It was good for them to do that. But I think government should have says, right, well, where's all that money gone? Somebody were accountable for safe hands going out of business. And I'm not speaking as a funeral director, because as a funeral director I am very limited as to what I can talk about with plans or say. Funeral directors shouldn't now say, no, you don't need a plan. So somebody will ring you and say, my dad's at end of life, he's 97-year-old, he's at palliative care, we want to pay for his funeral before he has it, he just wants it all sorted. Well, my answer to that is, you're going to pay more for a plan than what you would if you have it at a time of need. No, you don't need to pay for it before. You know, it's not going to go up in next 12 months. So have what we call a pre-need. So we'll go out and we'll sit down and we'll get all your dad's wishes, or meet up with yourself, take all your wishes for your dad's service. You don't have to pay for that. It's something that we just do. But really, funeral directors now, see what happens is, in funeral industry, somebody fucks up, like funeral plan providers. They go bust, they spend all money that people's been paying for the funerals. And these companies pay themselves amazing wages, spend a fortune, have conferences, they milk it. And then they say, oh, we ain't got enough money to pay out, so we'll have to close down. And that £8.9 million that we've got in trust, well, we'll just keep that as self, the plan providers. But then what happens is, the government and everybody starts screaming and ranting and raving their tits off. And who cops it? Poor old undertakers. we cop it. It's not to do with funeral directors, because that money's not held by us. It's held in trust and locked away. It's just that who you've locked it away with have spent it. So funeral directors don't get no. But we cop it, because then they bring all these legislations in, and you've got to fill all these forms in, tick all these boxes. You can't do this, you can't do that. And that's the plan providers that are telling us this. And I feel like saying, Narin, it's you that's been spending fucking money, not us. It's you that should tick all these boxes. I think it's time that the government did it. They should do away with all plan providers. Because how do you know that your plan is in England? You might be sending money to Pakistan. You know, I know online that there's a plan provider who's not even based in England. I'm not going to say where they're based abroad. But they've got a picture of a Union Jack on, well, Union flag, sorry, on their thing. And they sold plans. It's wrong, it's totally wrong. Government should do plans. What they should do is they should say to everybody, we're gonna take £1 a week off everybody. Don't matter if you're unemployed, it don't matter if you're working, you're going to pay £1 a week to government. And when you've paid £3,000, then your funeral's covered. You don't pay no more. You pay £1 a week, or you can pay as much as you want. You can pay it all off if you want, if you've got money. If you're on benefits and you've no money, it's just £1. If you want to pay a £5 a week, you can pay a £5 a week. Once you reach that threshold of 3,000 quid, government then should have that put to one side. And they should say, now when you pass away, you go to your chosen funeral director. The money that it's earning until you pass away, the interest, don't belong to us, it belongs to you. So 3,000 quid you might get, I don't know, in 5 years it might have gone up 500 quid, 600 quid. That's how it should be. You could even set the amount you want to pay in yourself. But government keep it, and as soon as you pass away, government pay you out. That's how it should be. That's the only way to make it foolproof, without a doubt. Stops all your Robert Maxwell's and Safans and things like that, doesn't it? I think that's the sensiblest way to do it, Dave.
Well, yeah, but then again, these days, can you trust your government?
Here we go. There's always one, isn't there? Is the conspiracy theories. Well, you can't trust government when they're telling you that we're going to invest more in NHS and they don't. I'm not saying you can't, I agree. But where money's concerned with that,
oh, yeah.
you can, can't you?
Yeah.
And don't forget Labour. You don't even, if Labour get in, it don't matter anyway, because all they'll do is national deficit. They'll just borrow £100 million. Well, they'll borrow £100 trillion, as they did last time. So you don't have to worry about it if they get in and we do that. They'll just borrow trillions of pounds from other countries. Labour, that's all they do. You know. I saw him on telly over here at Keir Starmer. I'll be Prime Minister one day, he says. I'm fucking one day will be enough. That's all we want, one day at he being Prime Minister. What a nutcase. Definitely. But that's it. Hey, we're nearly back in Sheffield. Well, we are back in Sheffield. We're on No Manton Hill. And it's 11:59.
Well, actually, it's 10:59 because that hasn't been out there.
Oh, well, we haven't altered this clock. Dave hasn't altered it. I'll blame Dave for the clock.
Make me for the clock.
So I'm going now. I'm going to bid you farewell. I'll put this on today, and then I'm going to put a blog on later on today, this afternoon, and it's for Sheffield University. And it's questions and answers that students wanted to send me with me missing that appointment. It's the second one I'm missing. I'm absolutely gutted. Genuinely am. In with his mental health and other one what we're off. I'm going to have to do something for them. Definitely. See, stop. Alright, I can't pull in any faster. Police coppers. Mind you, that were good because he didn't do wanker sign like other bloke, did he?
They don't, one gone down, there's something going off.
Ah, there's something going off. One's just gone up and one's gone down.
They can't blame us, we've been out of Sheffield.
No, it's not to do with us. If anybody says police coppers were chasing foggies, it weren't. We're not to do with us. He didn't do V sign and he didn't do wanker sign. I pulled in as soon as I possibly could when it was safe to do so. Right, have a brilliant day, everybody.
Yeah. And before I go, I've got a shout out to mention somebody that's he's a young lad that's a goalkeeper, so we're talking football again, and he's doing well, and he's just signed for Walsall Football Club, or in Football League.
You listening?
So congratulations, Finn, and your granddad loves you and he's proud of you. That's it.
Who's his granddad?
His granddad is Pete.
So Finn, well done, kid. And Pete, they must be as proud as Punch. Without a doubt. When did he mention this to this thing, David? That's first I know about this.
He put it in a text. I put something, shared something on Facebook, or he put it on something.
What? And he says, will you do me a shout out?
Yeah, he says it's my shout out for Finn.
What about that, Pete? Pete, don't go paying him for doing that. I'm telling you, whatever he does, don't, because he'll want money, him. Telling you.
I'm getting a bacon butty for it.
He will do, he'll hold you to it, Pete. Honestly, seriously, don't buy him no bacon butties. I can have a shout out, Pete, for Finn anytime they wants. And Dave will be watching his progress, this kid, won't he, Dave?
I will, yeah.
Come on. So, anyway, Finn, nice one, mate. Absolute and utter privilege. Just going past our old premises there. Have a lovely, lovely day, everybody. And as always,
it's goodbye from me.
and it's goodbye from him. Are they going to press that button? We'll do something different. They press that one on top. Dennis Cameron. What are you doing? All you can see is thy hand. That's it.